Vigyan Prasad has been doing for so many years, and still we are in the largely been associated with this. And as the technology grown up, as the new kind of dimensions has been added in the field of communication as well, especially after looking into the social, digital, and electronic media, we have started working in every field. And today, in addition to what we as a publisher, now we have also become one of the government's OTT channel platform, which has been largely known as in Science India, by which, or India Science, by which we have been now producing great amount of video content, and that is been available on our OTT channel. And that gives rise to make ourselves in the place that such knowledge resources should be taken to the people. And in addition to that, we have been developing variety of aspects when it comes to the field of communication. And after having such enormous material with us, the idea emerged that we need to have such establishment wherein we will not force anyone. We will not have any mandatory, but the people who are inclined, who are interested, first of all, to learn and understand and communicate. In looking into this, it is we established a network of science club, and are largely been objected as a voluntary network wherein the people, a group of students who have a keen interest in the science, and of course, as I said, by our own institutions, having been such a great amount of resources developed over a period of more than 20 years, we need to have such network in which the students are given an opportunity to learn the science. And just by means of reading or by means of only getting into involved, no, then the point came that we need to have what we call it as a capacity building program. Now, having said so, it becomes also essential for us to look into how such networks to be strengthened. Then we approach to the large number of equal-minded organizations, and I'm very happy that most of these leaders have already spoken before me, giving rise to the idea that what are all we have been doing, and having this what we call it as a partnership with the science museums across the country, partnership with the Bal Bhavans, partnership with the planetariums. And that is how we started developing a network as far as the development of resources and knowledge sharing is concerned. Now, having said so, now taking this information to the people, then we need to have some kind of tangible outcomes to be delivered at the large scale. And that comes to the idea of having some kind of a network by which they will get affiliated with us. And in turn, getting affiliation will give them rise to an opportunity to understand, to develop, and nurtures the idea of science and science communication. And in doing so, we have targeted or focused on two different variety of objects, or the two streams in the society. One, we called it as wherein the well-established infrastructural facilities are available, and that comes in the largely, we all will agree that it comes under the school network. And that is where we appeal to the people, those who have interest in learning and taking the science, please get affiliated with us. And that is where we call having establishment of science club in the school. And the second category, which is out of the school, wherein any enthusiastic group not comes under any formal structure or infrastructural facility, but have a very keen interest and ready to take the responsibility of gathering together, bringing the young minds from the age of 7 to 17, getting them affiliated with Vigyan Prasad, having their identity with certain kind of a nomenclatures and then identity symbols. We ask them to get affiliated under the objectives of WIPNet, by which they will get an opportunity not only to disseminate information about the science, but to learn, to understand, to meet the curiosity, to explore the nature. And of course, in doing so, the science should also remain enjoyable by doing and performing the activities. So once we say so, we also put them some certain amounts of benefit in front of them, that you join us, be part of the knowledge product resources developed by Vigyan Prasad. Be part of the training campaign wherein we will not only disseminate the knowledge product, but we will help you in training and understanding what we have developed and how that enhance and makes our life more comfortable, and learn this idea to make this life more easy, not only for a particular person, but to the society at large. In saying so, we also provided, or rather give them an idea. Once we start running the club, start performing the work in the field of science communication, we also will have some kind of an incentivization. What I mean, not in terms of an financial support, but in recognitions and giving them an enough amount of ideas how that work that they have been performing will come to and level of an recognitions and join the as a partner, as a knowledge partner in development of such kind of resources in the days to come. And in doing so, by the year 2015, we had more than 13,000 clubs associated with us. However, that what we call it as a re-registration process, we took it up, and then incentivization was also been enhanced to a large extent. And then we come up with the regeneration process of this network and started doing what we call as a re-registration process, by which large amount of new and as well as the well-established clubs was being given the opportunities to rejoin the network, by which we did a small amount of exercise to understand the active, non-active, and hyperactive clubs in the present context. And if I say, if I give you the scenario of what we have today, then if I just aggregate the whole country into the different sections, then the total number of registered clubs today stands around 3,000 in number, which covers and encompasses the entire country, including the all the states and the union territories. So if we look at the numbers that is there, let's not really focus on what these numbers are, but it gives us an idea that the people have understood, realize the importance of science and their, kind of in utility, especially in enhancing the knowledge and imparting, developing the scientific attitude. So if I just count down those numbers, then the northern region has the maximum number of about 1,200, while the southern region is about 500 or so. Now, if I again go back to the east and western part, the number is this, where the eastern region have about 700 and western region has about 900 clubs associated with us. Now, saying so, what is more important for us is not the number that we are working with, but what is more important for all of, I mean, as an organization, as an institution, out of these numbers, how many are taking the message of science to the people? And what I mean is just not one-way traffic, but it has to have a two-way traffic. In between, understanding the impact analysis is also becomes an important for all of us. And that is where the incentivization process has helped us. By making this into the place, we have realized there are a large amount of people and the group across the country who are really wish to be part of such extended arms of science communication, working with us in association with Vigyan Prasar and trying to take the message of science to the people. Now, in saying so, what we have implemented, or what is the process which is in the place available with us, is, as I said, anyone who is interested to learn the science in the age group of 7 to 17, and there is a responsible person of the age of 25 plus who has a good amount of knowledge, as well as the kind of an educational understanding that how the science to be communicated, how to establish that network, and how the things can be taken up when it comes to the administrative purposes. Now, once they get affiliation with us, we straight away give them an opportunity to join us as an white club category. And what I mean is, once they join us with the formal kind of an registration process, we take about a couple of months time to verify, for the purpose of verification, understanding legalities about what they have been objective for, whether they have keen interest in learning and studying and taking the message of science. In doing that particular process, we straight away give them an affiliation under the white club category. And we request them that the moment they take the white club category as an affiliation with us, we start giving them a two knowledge products, what we call it as our one of the flagship monthly magazine, which is a Dream 2047, which is a compilations of, or rather every month's newsletter coming out with the development of science and technology at the national and international platform, how the science has a direct connect with the people of the country, and how this science is helping us, technology is helping us to make the life more easier. In addition to that, when it comes to the target of a school-going children, we also have been focusing on understanding the science as well as how the science can be one of their option for the career when it goes for becoming or taking the science for their future. And in doing so, we start developing or helping them with the capacity development program. And we keep on giving them an ideas as well as the informations about what are all the new days that comes into the month, what are all the different opportunities wherein they can consider those kind of an elements to enjoy, or to rather have bring out the certain amount of stakeholders together and celebrate the science in whatever the fashion. Could be a small seminars, webinars, or kind of an hands-on activities, and whatsoever required in the beginning, we keep on providing them so that they can continue to the work. And after doing that, we only expect them to send back the reports in the certain format, which we have been requesting, and have a certain formats to do that. And in doing so is basically that they perform the activities and communicate back to us by making us realize the message of science has been taken to the right target with the right perspective, so that they becomes eligible to not only to get the incentives that we put forth in front of them, but also by consistency, we also give them an opportunity to join in the developmental process and to be part of a resource developed or generation group as they continue to do the progress. And as of today, what I see in the evaluation process, the graph which I certainly be showing in a by which the not only the network is spreading, but the approach toward the science has also getting changed. Looking at this, how the science is becoming one of the important tool, not to enhance only the knowledge, but to take this science for the benefit of the large community. So once they join us, we give them an affiliation certificate with these two complementary knowledge product as a Dream 2047, and another monthly newsletter or magazine named VIPNet Curiosity, which is another platform by which we give them an opportunity to publish their work, give them an opportunity to have some kinds of hands-on or maybe the activity-based articles by which they read, learn, and do the activities and come back and communicate to us, by which they keeps on receiving large amount of incentivized points. And based on that, they continue to progress in terms of science. And at the end of the year, when we do the what we call it as an evaluation process, some of the groups will get promoted to the bronze club. And if they comes to the bronze club category, now there is some eligibility criteria to become a bronze club. We are really not very hard and fast of each and every aspect, but at least we expect that any club which has got the affiliation with us should at least be in a position to send back and one compiled report of an entire work, so that the work or the activities that the club have performed should be in such a tangible manner by which not only the members of the club got benefited, but if something more, if they have extended this works to the society, that will also give them an opportunity to enhance their credit points to a large extent, by which the facilities will keep on coming to them. So once they come to the bronze category, this is a small kind of a token of appreciation we have been extending to them in the form of certain amount of iCards and some teaching aids that we keep on providing to them. As they continue to progress from bronze to silver, few more incentivized things will be provided to them in addition to the knowledge product that Vigyan Prasar has been known for as an publisher, as an activity kit developer, as an audio video program developer in the country. And in fact, as I said, in association with all equal-minded organizations, which has helped us in taking those knowledge products in the variety of what we say is the language translated version. Here, the chairman of this session, Dr. Deshpande sir, also knows that some of these our knowledge product from Vigyan Prasar has also been translated in Marathi. In similarly, across the country, various institutions and organizations have come forward and translated those material into the regional language. And these clubs in the different part of the society has also been provided with such translated material wherever we could manage to do that. And what we require to have a club to being promoted to the silver is that there has to have a frequency of at least 2 reports with the gap of 6 months, which is an eligibility criteria. And once they come to the silver category, we provide them certain amount of books as well as the kits, and then the certain amount of and what we call it as a digital products by which they can continue to utilize it for the benefit of the people. And in turn, if we try to see how much it really costs to the Vigyan Prasar, then the every silver club, one can say, cost about 4,500, which is an in-kind expenditure and not a direct expenditure. Similarly, a club which is in a position or who continues to submit the quarterly report every 3 months compilations, they become eligible to be a gold club category. And as I said, as they keep on going or progressing from bronze to silver to gold, the incentivized amount as well as the quantities will keep on increasing, which gives rise to about an 18,000 per club that is incurred for us in kind. And similarly, as we progress, the platinum category also help us in the which is the highest recognized club category for us, which allow them to go a little more beyond, by which we consider that they will be eligible for not only to get certain amount of knowledge products, but that also help them to have some kind of an educational trips wherein they can move from one to the other places. They get a chance to interact with the what we call it as the institutional heads, interact with the scientists, have deliberations there. So these kind of facts are in the place. And we started this recognition, as I said, here in a 2018 onwards. And if you just keep on the bottom number, when we first time started, we got only about a 1974 club participated in this kind of an evaluation process. But as we see this chart, the number every year went on increasing from 84 to 188 to 233. And subsequently, you will see that number is continuously encouraging. And since we all know the whole world has passed through, or rather, we are almost at the verge of ending this pandemic situation. But because of that, largely our club couldn't do much of the in-term kind of and physical kind of programs. But online also, they did a huge amount of work by which we couldn't categorize them for last couple of years. However, we just mentioned them a meritorious club as well as the commendable clubs. And that number also have kept on encouraging, which is one of the way of understanding in spite of new normals which which forced COVID-19 for all of us. In spite of that the enthusiasm and the interest of the people have never gone down. And we as an organizers, we as an people from the Vigyan Prasar also tried our level best to give them an opportunities in terms of the webinars, in terms of the online sessions, by which we also kept to be to our promise to give them an opportunity to wherever they can. Now, as I looking forward for the future of this, we We also look forward that such network not should be limited only to the age group, which is a 7 to 17, but such kind of a network should also be extended towards the what we call it as a technology oriented engineering students, and of course to the teacher community as well. Well, this is the future plans for all of us in the Vigyan Prasar. But at the concluding, what I feel is that this network has given us a satisfaction that this one part of the story is that we at the end look for taking the message of science to the people, and in doing so the organizations like Vigyan Prasar is trying to take the responsibility and share the responsibility with some systematic kind of a structure in place, and based on the understanding of last 5 years of work that we have been doing, it gives us an enough amount of satisfaction that our the directions, the impact analysis has made us feel that the work that we have been trying for the people's participation is something which is continue to have there. And I look forward that this understanding of science in the public will enhance as we go ahead. With this, thank you so much for giving opportunity to be part of this particular program. Thank you so much.